Good morning. My name's Dave Newcombe. Welcome to the FarhamPanthers.com Coaches Show, and I'm happy to have a couple of guys with me from the Farham men's basketball team, our head coach, Bill Tharp, and senior point guard, Brian Clarke. Nice to have you guys this morning, fellas. Bill, let's start with you, and we'll talk about the season a little bit thus far. Just what's your assessment as we're into really almost the first third of the season, the first semester?
Yeah, I think we've shown some potential, but we got a ways to go. I think our goal right now is we're just searching for consistency, and we need consistent effort and consistent execution. I think the closer we get to achieving that, the better chance we'll have to have a good season. So when we have a lot of energy and we're playing hard, pushing the ball up the floor, we're not bad. But those times when we have some energy lulls and we don't have five guys out there all playing hard at the same time and all on the same page, we're not so good. So the things that coaches constantly strive for is perfection and effort, and the closer we can get to that, the better chance we'll have to win a lot of basketball games.
Great. So you think we certainly have the potentials there?
Yeah, I mean, offensively, I mean, we scored a lot of points in 6 games, and we're averaging more than 80 a game. So,
right.
Offensively, we have some guys that can put the ball in the basket and the potential to score a lot of points. But we're better at it when we're playing hard. When we're playing hard, we got a chance to at least make it a little harder for the other guys to score. But when we don't, they're scoring. So.
Right. Well, one of our guys that can put the ball in the basket is our senior point guard, and our only senior on the squad after graduating 4 seniors last year. We have 1 senior this year, and that's Brian. And Brian, you come in from Patrick Henry Community College, and tell us a little bit about your background, where you're from.
Well, I'm from Suffolk, Virginia. I went to Nansemond River High School, and that's where I was found, from Kenny Wade, from Patrick Henry Community College.
Right.
So.
Right. And there was a Farham guy there, right? Marcus Toney, one of the guys that helped coach.
He was the assistant coach.
Right.
Yeah, he was brought on that year,
yeah.
And I heard he was a Farham alumni.
Yeah, another left-handed point guard for the Panthers back in the day. He played combo, kind of good player. And let's talk about the leadership role a little bit. You're the senior. We have a couple of guys that junior Jamal Pullen. You're scoring over 16 points a game. You're leading in assists, those kinds of things. But what about off the court? What do you do off the court in terms of leadership and with the academic side of things? And you have a number of new students here, freshmen. Talk about your role.
My role, off the court is making sure everybody is participating in class and going to class, because usually it's really a hard transition coming from high school to college, being that it's time consuming and it's a lot of work. And on the court it's a lot of work as well, so it kind of gets a little troubling for freshmen. So my role is either try to encourage them to do the best they can on and off the court, meaning even if we have a game one day and you have an 8 o'clock class the next day, you still have to get up and go. You have to do everything the right way, because if you don't do everything the right way, then our team will fall apart.
Yeah, and that's the price you pay for being a varsity athlete. Division III. You might have those 8 o'clocks the next day, and I know, Coach, you appreciate the leadership that our players give, and we have. Talk about our roster a little bit. We have some sophomores and juniors. We have Jamal Pullen is our leading scorer right now, and you're scoring over 16 a game, Brian. Talk about our roster and how that's working for you.
Well, I mean, the future's bright, but we want to make some things happen this year so that Brian has a good senior year. And like I said, I mean, I think if we figure this thing out, I think we got a chance to to be in the thick of things in our league, which is what we want. But, he's doing a great job. I mean, he's averaging almost a double-double. He's at over 16 a game in points and over, 9 a game in assists, which is phenomenal. And, he's just really, really done a remarkable job since he came here of transforming his game, because the things that we wanted him to do and the things he was used to doing were not necessarily the same. And, I think it was really, really challenging when he first got here last year. And we just coached him up as the season went along, and he was willing to listen to what we were trying to tell him and buy in. And by the end of the season last year, I mean, he had made huge strides. And so far the start he's off to this year is I thought he'd have a good year, but he's doing a lot more than we could have ever hoped. So we hope that it stays up. That his production stays as high as it is, and his leadership, he's doing a good job. He probably gets leaned on by me sometimes a little bit more than he'd like to.
Right.
But that's the role he's in. And last year there were 5 guys that they could all kind of share that a little bit, and this year he's kind of on his own. And then the rest of our guys, Jamal is scoring for us really well, and then we got that core of sophomores. That played last year's freshmen that are doing a good job, and we got a couple freshmen getting a couple minutes here and there and doing some things. So it's we just, like I said, it's consistent effort from everybody, and that's what we got to get.
Well, let's talk about your schedule coming up. We have final exams coming in a week and a half or so, and then. What do we do over the Christmas holidays? We have some games before Christmas.
Yeah, we got Randolph coming up Monday, and they're 3-1 right now. They're actually leading the nation in points per game against. Teams are only averaging 51 against them. So they really try and take away transition, and then they pack it in, make it tough to get the ball inside, make it tough to drive. So that'll be a challenge. We got to get creative and find some ways to get some easy baskets. Then we take a break for finals, and then after finals we host Marymount on Tuesday the 17th, and then we go to Virginia Wesleyan. They're currently 7-0, and I think ranked 10th in the nation on December 19th. So that'll be a good challenge for us. A good, we'll see where we're at, and then.
And that's in Norfolk. That's in Norfolk.
Virginia Beach, yeah. Right. And then unfortunately we got to take a break for a week or so, and then we get back at it in early January with a back-to-back conference road trip. So
going down to Georgia and Tennessee. Yeah. Covenant College and Maryville.
Yes.
Is that right? So that'll be something to look forward to right after the new year. You go down on a road trip with the guys before the semester begins, and then back here again against Washington and Lee. And you've been up there before. You made the all-tournament team. For the tournament they hosted early on in the season. We got into the championship game there, so that must have been a nice honor for you. Yeah. Okay. So on Monday, we want to tell our fans to come on out Monday, and we're playing Randolph.
Yeah, we've had a couple of home games. The ones over the break, obviously, that's harder to get fans. But we played Emory and Henry here on a Wednesday for our home opener, and the fans did a really, really great job. I mean, we had the gym was pretty close to full. I mean, about as full as we can get it in there. So everybody needs on Monday night needs to get one last little break to where the Ferrum family can gather together. Before we all take finals and then head our separate ways for Christmas break. So we need everybody out there to come support us.
And then on the 17th, for all the local fans out there, we've got Marymount here at 4.
Yep.
So that'll be right when people are leaving for finals. Finals will be over. So we'll need everybody helping out there and coming out and cheering on our Panthers. It's a great brand of basketball. Brian, we really appreciate your effort, and not only on the court, but off the court. And on the court, it's been a marked improvement, and I know you have a lot of responsibility off the court, and we really appreciate that. Next week on the show, we'll be having men's basketball coach Brian Harvey. Is that right, Gary? Or excuse me, women's basketball coach.
Yeah, I thought I just lost
you're
my
the
job,
men's-
Dave.
You're the men's basketball
I thought we were turning over. I
coach.
thought Harvey, he was doing such a good job with the women that he was going to coach both teams now.
Yeah. Brian, is there anything you'd like to say to anybody out there, or anything that you'd like to say before we close?
Yeah, I want to say thanks for having me on the show. I hope everybody comes out and supports us on Monday. We're definitely going to get the win. I'm going to say that because I feel positive in my team.
Okay, good. And against a tough Randolph team where we're going to have to really be working on offense to score the ball. Okay, well, until next Thursday, this is Dave Newcombe saying so long. Thank you, fellas, for being on the show today. And good luck to you on Monday, and we hope people come out. All right.
Thanks, Dave.